All right, good Saturday morning, Utah. Decided to do a little countdown, give people a chance to tune in if they want. Meteorologist Nate Larson here, Fox 13 News, tracking some weather moving through on your Saturday. In fact, wind advisories, high wind warnings going into effect around noon for most locations of northern Utah. So it doesn't look too bad right now. In fact, we've just got some cloud cover in place. Oker Mountain cameras showing pretty nice conditions, but we've been mild with the cloud cover and the westerly winds ahead of the storm system. Look how much warmer Milford Cedar City is right now than this time yesterday. Not as significant across the Wasatch Front anymore, but temperatures feel pretty comfortable. In fact, we're already sitting close to our average highs for northern valleys right now, with 52 Salt Lake, 53 Farmington, Heber's at 38, so you know it's going to be another mild day when we're this warm already at before 10 o'clock. So 51 in Cedar, 54 Milford, warmer than St. George at 52, 54 in Page, 63 will be the high. We're usually 55. And we're cooling off quite a bit this weekend, so we're going to be much cooler tomorrow thanks to this storm system that's moving in. So you can kind of see trough of low pressure, the associated front moving through southwest Idaho right now, the Treasure Valley bringing Valley Rain Mountain snow. We're starting to see very light radar returns over some of the northern Bear River Range up near Logan Summit. In fact, let me see if I can pull up. I doubt we're seeing anything hit the ground yet, but I have the Logan Summit camera. That should pop up for me. Where is that? Now that I'm going to try to find it, I won't be able to watch. Let's see. There's a whole list of them. Is this one refreshed? What's it showing? All right, so still shows drive pavement up Logan Canyon right now. So moisture still trying to fill in across northern Utah from what we were just looking at with that satellite and radar return. So, let me see. It's frozen for a minute. Let me grab that. There we go. So, yeah, we were looking at the camera that's just right over Logan Canyon, west of Garden City, but it's still on the dry side. So moisture still trying to fill in along the leading edge of the storm. Best chances of moisture, just a quick bar graph show maybe later this afternoon. Slight chance of some rain, maybe a thunderstorm. Could see definitely some strong gusty winds are expected with the storm system. Our in-house model is not showing much of a threat unless it's changed in the last half hour or so, but best chance will be just as that front. You kind of see that line move from the northwest to the southeast right around 2-3 o'clock through the Wasatch Front. That'll be our best shot of seeing any showers behind the front. Notice those red arrows increase. Winds will pick up as it passes with strong northwest winds expected, and that's why we have the wind advisories. Even could see some strong, notice in southern Utah, some strong gap winds with that north to south component through lower Washington County. And so because of that, we do have wind advisories. You probably were alerted on your smartphone, especially if you have the Utah Weather Authority app, notifying you that, yeah, we've got changes pushing through. So the gold shaded areas, high wind warnings. So West Desert, some of the Wasatch Plateau, the Book Cliffs, the western Uintas, including the western Uinta Basin from noon today through midnight tonight at least. Gusts up to 65, 75 miles an hour for at least it's a rain icon. I don't know how to change it, but at least for the western Uintas and the Wasatch Plateau, could see those stronger wind gusts including Cove Fort, some of the areas along the I-15 corridor, and there'll be mainly a northwest flow, so could have travel impacts on I-15 north-south. And for I-80, of course, where they are more of a northwest wind. It's not going to be as strong of a crosswind, but a strong headwind at times if you're heading west, with winds for the Wasatch Front generally up to 45, 50 miles an hour. So current winds have been pretty light. Let me see. Oh, excuse me. Pretty calm so far this morning. Nothing too out of the ordinary. But as we put the wind gust forecast into motion for you, kind of show you what we're expecting to see. So stronger gusts. This is showing right around lunchtime for Wendover, moving through the central part of the state, Bryce Canyon, Price, seeing some stronger gusts. For the Wasatch Front, it's showing that the stronger winds, or most of the strongest winds, will be here this evening after about 9, 10 o'clock, closer to midnight. Provo could have close to 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. It's showing right there early into Sunday morning before kind of tapering off. So someone's asking, it looks like Natalie, about Wasatch back winds. What does this one say, Natalie? Let me look up wind speeds for Park City. We should see gusts anywhere from 35 to 40 miles an hour, I would suspect, with some of this moving through. But let me just pull up the hourly wind speeds. Or I guess which part? I'm assuming Park City. What part of the Wasatch back? In general, though. Yeah. Generally throughout the afternoon, Heber City, Park City showing winds, sustained winds, generally 20, 25 miles an hour throughout the afternoon. Could gust, though, this evening when we see some of the stronger gusts along the Wasatch Front as well, up to 50, maybe 55 miles an hour. Late this evening, after about 9, 10 o'clock for Park City. Heber City, I would imagine, would be similar. Looking at slightly lighter sustained winds for Heber, so that's good news. This afternoon, generally 15 to 20 mile per hour winds, gusting to 40. And then late this evening, about 50 mile per hour wind gusts are expected around just before midnight and shortly after. So, yeah, certainly if you've got outdoor displays for St. Patty's Day or still have some patio furniture, maybe you just got patio furniture out with how nice it's been, could have some of that blown around with strong winds that are expected. So if we pull up the hourly forecast, it just shows cloud cover. So a lot of the models aren't showing a significant amount or chance of moisture, mainly the cloud cover. For the Wasatch Front, we should be hovering right in the low 60s throughout the day today. But again, as the front moves through around between 2 to 4 o'clock, that'll be our best shot of seeing, I think, some raindrops along the Wasatch Front, maybe a thunderstorm. And then over the mountains, thunderstorms are more likely with that updraft that we get over the Wasatch Range. And then the high peaks, the ski resorts might even get some thunder snow before temperatures start to drop. So southern Utah, looking at those low 80s for highs today, really getting warm down south. And then as the front moves through, temperatures are going to gradually drop. It's not a significant cold front as far as temperatures for today, but as the northwest flow picks up tomorrow or tonight into tomorrow, that's when the colder air is going to move back in, and we're going to see daytime highs quite a bit colder tomorrow than we are today. Let's see what else. This storm system. Let me show you the upper level winds. I can't see Amanda's question. Can't it storm without without what? Can't it storm? Oh, I can show you. I just show the emojis. Sorry about that. Let's see. Sorry, graphics loading. So this storm system clears out. There's the strong northwest flow in place on Sunday. So still blustery winds, especially through tomorrow morning. But then the ridge starts to take over. Those northwest winds start to lax and lighten up. So not as blustery, but still breezy tomorrow into Monday. And then high pressure is just going to crank up the thermostat. So models were hinting at some of this heat wave last week, and it's still unfortunately going to happen. Kind of a weather whiplash with our recreational forecast. So if we look at areas like Bear Lake, Park City, we are pretty comfortable today. Have a chance of storms. We're in the 30s tomorrow, so definitely quite a bit colder. But then we're back near 50 on Monday. And Bryce Canyon, Moab's almost 80 today. We'll be in the 60s for Bryce, and then to 60 on Monday. But that's after 53 tomorrow, and almost 20 degrees cooler in Moab as well on Sunday before a quick rebound. With the potential heat wave, though, record highs even possible for St. George. There's a website. Sometimes the dates are a little frustrating. I think they're delayed on the update, but per the calendar day, this is showing it's correct. So might have to tweak it a little bit, only because they seem to backdate some of their data for the St. George area. But 82 today to upper 60s on Sunday, and then we're 77 Monday. And then, so brief cool down tomorrow. Then we're back above previous record highs on Tuesday. So St. Patrick's Day is already very warm. Record is 85. Should beat that at 87. We're in the 90s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. In fact, 97 forecast for Friday, which would blow previous record from 2004 out of the water. And so this winter, this late winter, early spring pattern just continues to trend extremely warm, if not record warm. 63 today, 45 tomorrow, so a nice cool down for the Wasatch Front. Partly cloudy Monday. Plan on low 70s on Tuesday. Not quite record warm. Flirting with record highs Wednesday, and then we should hit new record highs on Thursday, Friday with low 80s by Friday. Let's see. I've got a northern Utah wind forecast. Let me zoom in on it because I've got Bonnie asking about the Ogden area. Bonnie, Ogden included in the wind advisory. Generally sustained winds later today, 20, 30 miles an hour. Could see gusts up to 40, even 50 miles an hour. I'll pull up an hourly graphic, though. Where's that zoomed in? Northern Utah. So, yeah, definitely plan on some of the stronger wind gusts. Let's see, is this one zoom in? No. Sorry, I have a slew of almost like PowerPoint slides. And some are grayed out because we're not using them, so it takes a minute to find sometimes the right one. Let me just go here. And yeah, so just kind of on par with what our models were showing, Bonnie. So mostly after the front moves through. So post-frontal winds, behind it northwest winds anywhere from 20 to 25 miles an hour, with gusts to 35 and even 45 miles an hour for Ogden. So not as strong as some of the Wasatch Back or the higher terrain, but definitely going to see some stronger winds, which merit the wind advisory that's been issued for our neck of the woods. So let's see, was Ogden on? I think it was on this graphic, or was it Brigham City? Oh, it is Ogden. So yeah, max wind gusts for Ogden, 30. Now this graphic only shows up to maybe 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts, 32, with the strongest winds over the higher elevations, but definitely plan on gusts to 40, maybe even 45. So, all right. Hang on to your hats. Be sure to let us know that you're okay with the wind. Again, nothing too severe for the main Wasatch Front, but if you get wind damage or power outages, be sure to report those to those that need to know. But if you have photos to share of weather today, be sure to put them on our Facebook group, Utah's Weather Authority. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great Saturday. And get ready for the temperature whiplash tomorrow, mid 40s after low 60s today.